Welcome to Smoothies and Movies. My name is Kevin Dufresne. Let's begin.
First, I'm going to wash my hands. It's one of the few things I like to make sure happens before I create anything I'm going to ingest. I use soap and water if this is new to you. And I have sensitive skin, so I use fragrance free soap. Today, I'm going to be making the orange berry smoothie.
A few pre prep situations in the kitchen. I like to wear a smock. It's really helpful to navigate different ingredients, and if anything does fall onto the smock, then I feel it's all good. It's simpler to clean, especially if some ingredients can really stain clothing. So I like to wear a smock, and I think it's something that is very useful when dealing with ingredients and substances that might potentially stain clothing in a way that might not be so pleasant in the long run. I have the one that hangs over the neck. I loop it in here, and yes, I tie it here, and ta-da! A good step toward working with potentially messy types of ingredients.
So, for the orange berry smoothie, I'm going to be using two medium blood oranges, peeled, one medium pear, cored, 1 cup frozen mixed berries, 4.5 ounces of vanilla yogurt, and 1/4 cup of pomegranate juice. I'm going to peel the blood oranges. This is the first time I'm having blood oranges. If a person wants to cut the blood orange in half and then peel, by all means, peel the way you feel. The blood orange has a much darker color than what I'm familiar with seeing an orange as. So I'm really ready to try the blood orange. The blood orange actually gets its name from its color and is only able to get that color at particular times of the year. So that's pretty interesting to me because the blood orange isn't available in that way all year round. Now, we have a pear, one medium cored pear. I'm going to core the pear. I'm going to remove the cores of the pear. As you can see, I'm using a butter knife because I don't feel it's necessary to use a sharp knife. If you feel the need to use a sharp knife, by all means, use whatever knife or cutting tool you prefer. What's really cool about making these smoothies is that some of the ingredients are available for use in other smoothies. So that's a real plus. This pear is actually from getting ingredients for the spiced apple pie oat smoothie. I actually like pear, and pear skin doesn't make me feel nauseous, so that's really good. Now, 1 cup of frozen mixed berries. Initially, I'm not able to find frozen mixed berries. So I get different fruits with berry at the end of them. As you can see, put some blackberry in there, have some raspberry, strawberry, and it's gonna be some blueberry. So this is really good. Now with strawberries, you can see sometimes after the leaves are pulled off the stem, it might not seem as wild or intruding, yet then sometimes they are. Now if you like eating the strawberry whole, by all means go ahead. I'm going to cut off that portion where the leafy stem is and then put the strawberry in. Also, to make more space for the cup, since some of the berries are different sizes, I think cutting the strawberry in half can make some more space to flatten out the berries and then make room for others. And voila, it's starting to look very colorful, which I like. So now it's time to add 4.5 ounces of vanilla yogurt. I have 6 ounce cup of vanilla yogurt. Just gonna mix it up because sometimes the yogurt is separate. The water, the liquid that's mixing that makes it not dry is sometimes on top and the yogurt's below. So I'm mixing that in. And it's fine that it's 6 ounces because yogurt doesn't just plop right out of the cup like fruits do. Yogurts do require some scraping, and that's just to make sure to get as much of the yogurt as necessary for the recipe. Now, the recipe calls for a quarter cup of pomegranate juice, yet there's a tip in the magazine which says use apple juice instead of the pomegranate juice if you prefer. I have some apple juice. After looking in the market for pomegranate juice and not finding it, I figure it's alright to go with the apple juice. There's no problem. I already have it in the fridge and it works. Now I'm going to put the top on and get ready to vacuum seal the blender. So a new update about the vacuum seal is that it actually removes oxygen from the blend. So that's great to know that preserving the smoothie is gonna be so much simpler and better because the oxygen removal. So that's a super plus, and I think it's important to know. The smoothie not only blends different after the vacuum seal, the smoothie's actually going to look different, and it meaning the smoothies from my experience thus far are actually really good. So 2 to 3 days after the spiced apple pie oat smoothie, it's solid. And I think that's really a good sign for any future smoothies I'm going to make, especially if I'm not going to be able to consume the entirety of the smoothie in one sitting. So, the orange berry smoothie is going through. I put it at the cup level this time, as you can see, and we're ready to go. I mean, if I want to save some for later, which I might, we'll see. So, it smells great. It's wonderful.
Alright, now it's time to give the orange berry smoothie a taste. Wow, that's really good. This is really good. The orange berry smoothie is so sweet. Looking at the blood orange initially, I'm somewhat skeptical because it has this very dark color that I'm not familiar with seeing oranges as, and it tastes so good. I don't really taste the pear as much. I definitely taste all the mixing berries. Every single flavor is distinct, though the orange is smacking right now in a good way. Smacking means really tasty. This is really sweet in a good way. I like it. It's not tart. When I even think of orangey, really more on the lemony side of citrus type of ingredients, I'm thinking it might be tart. Not so much sour. This is sweet. It's really good. It's a very smooth drink. I have no problem swallowing this drink. It doesn't feel heavy in my stomach. I really like drinking a smooth smoothie that doesn't feel extremely heavy. This feels more like a drink that's in a public place. You know how sometimes eateries have the cucumber water? I really feel this orange berry smoothie is a good drink to have around. I can honestly taste this as a topping on turkey, like a gravy sauce. So, the movie of the week is The Ultimate Gift. I really like The Ultimate Gift. It's a film about a family member passing and the family getting together to go over the will. And the way the family member that has the will, the grandfather, the father, the uncle, right? This individual's will, it really shows the family in connection, in transition, and I really think it has strong messages about how life is more than simply gaining financial wealth for oneself, that financial wealth and wealth in general is more than simply a cash denomination, a currency, that there is a humanness that is very important. I think there are a lot of great messages about becoming an individual capable of being of much greater assistance to humanity, especially those in need that are really, really striving before thriving. And at the end of the film, there is a segment where the breakdown is set. It's like a table of contents for highlights of messages the film is trying to get people to really see, to embrace, to understand. I have to say the cast is really, really good. Abigail Breslin nearly steals a tear from my eye. I'm like, how does she just try to yank a tear out of my eye like that? I'm telling you, this film has that. It's a really touching film, and I think her role really catapults the film. It's so important to the film. I think the film has a lot for someone to take away in a positive light and learn from. As a good story, I think, needs to. That is that about the film of the week? Feel free to let me know how you feel about the film of the week, and if you try this drink or already are familiar with the ingredients, let me know what you think might be some great ideas about blending, about the drink, your comments, your opinions in general, specifically, however you feel necessary. All right, so thank you for watching Smoothies and Movies. Have a great life. Godspeed.
With the leftover yogurt, I use some of the leftover orange berry smoothie and make an orange berry yogurt. Great topping.